Hello, 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 everyone. How everybody doing? How everybody living? How everybody feeling? What's up? What's up? What's up? Are you guys here? I don't see nobody in the chat. Like, I guess y'all left. I know I'm late, y'all. I know I'm late. It's getting late. Why you gotta be here? Oh, beside me, watching, needing, wanting me. But I'm afraid, and you said, don't be. Nobody here right now? Well, shit, I'm just gonna cancel the damn show. Shit. Oh, okay, I see I know. Okay, we got one person. All right, I guess it's just me and you up in here. But anyway, you guys, I wanted to go ahead and address a couple of things. I'm not gonna go into detail about the lawsuit because I haven't looked it up, but I just kind of wanted to talk about like where my mind was about the whole lawsuit and everything like that before like getting into detail about it. Um, because again, I feel like that lawsuit is going to bring up a lot of old wounds that have not healed. So I want to actually look at it myself instead of just listening to someone else talk about it. Right. What's up, Mary? How you doing? What's up, Lady Y? Hello, hello, hello. So without further ado, I'm gonna play the intro and then we'll go ahead and get on with the show so we can go ahead and talk about what's going on. And yes, I will address partially the beef or the situation with Cups as well too. Here we go. What's up, everybody? We are live on the backup channel. Okay, I see more of y'all coming in the room. What's up, Ingrid? We have Miss Kitty. We have Darcy. We got Jackie. What's up, Jackie? How you doing? Wanda. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so without further ado, y'all tired of the intro? Y'all like, okay, AT2, get into it. What's up, Brandy? How you doing? Pamela. All right. So remember, I think it was like a couple of weeks ago, I had mentioned that, no, not a couple of weeks ago. It was last week. What's up, Andrea? Last week, I mentioned about Yvette, aka the drunken judge lady. I mentioned about how she said something about like, oh, tell Cups to come back or something like that. And I was like, oh, well, I don't talk to her anymore. And she's like, what? What happened? I didn't give her any details or anything. I said, oh, we just don't talk anymore. That's it. Well, drunken dragon breath lady decides to go on her channel and be like, oh, what happened with Cups? Oh, why you ain't talking to Cups? And all that. I'm like, oh my God, why did you say anything? And mind you, I didn't give her no details. So I'm all like, why did she even mention that? But of course, her drunken stupidness is going to say some bullshit that pissed me off. And so I was mad. So I came on my channel and I think I put it behind membership, but I just clarified like, hey, this wasn't something that I wanted to bring public. You know, not every beef or situation needs to be brought publicly, but you know, I kind of swatched and whatever. Well, yesterday, King Pain had came on my timeline and I see the thumbnail and it's like a lawsuit between Rabbit down the rabbit hole news and Cups of Conversation. And I was like, wait, a lawsuit? Like, what the hell's going on? Mind you, I have not talked to Cups in a minute, so I wasn't aware of what's going on. I'm pretty sure if we were still talking, I would have known. So this is my first time seeing that. I hadn't really seen anything. So I was watching King Pain and he was talking about it. And I was like, whoa, like, what the hell? So then I was all like, okay, well, let me look at Cups' channel. You know, I'm still subscribed to her channel. I did block her on IG, but I'm still subscribed to her channel or whatever, right? I ended up seeing that, you know, she's been posting videos But from what I've seen, she did not talk about this situation in particular with the lawsuit, which I mean is smart. You don't want to talk about it online and stuff like that. You want it to go through litigation, right? So from what I so from what I was looking at, she was talking about what was going on in the black tea sector, and then she played a part of the drunken judge lady who had put it out there like there was some beef or some issue or some problem, right? So I was all like, oh, she must now just seeing this, because that was last week or so. So I'm all like, oh, she must now just be seeing it. She was like, well, Judge, who said that? She was like, did AT2 say that or anything like that? And so I guess she didn't answer her or whatever, but she was just wondering like who put that out there and like who said we weren't cousins anymore, right? So I was all like, oh my God, I knew that drunken lady was going to start some shit, which she did start some shit. And I'm just going to I'm not going to go into detail, but basically what happened was that she had approached me about a conversation about something. And I felt that it was disrespectful and she threatened me. So I had responded back. So yes, if she ever say like, oh, well, he responded back to me, but then he blocked me. Yes, I responded back, but then I didn't get a reply back. So I just blocked her. And so that's what happened. So it was a threat. And then I was all like, okay, no, I'm not going to let you even respond back to me because that was a threat and I didn't deserve that. So that's what happened. Now, it wasn't a physical threat like I'm going to, blah, blah, blah you. It wasn't that, but it was a threat enough to where it was misplaced and I did not deserve it. So because I felt disrespected, I blocked her. That's all y'all need to know. Now, if she wants to tell her side and her end of the story, that would be completely fine. It is what it is, but that's where I'm coming from. Now, with that being said, do I want Cups to be sued by the Rabbit? No. I think the lawsuit is bullshit. Now, I'll be fair to you. I didn't hear everything. As soon as King Payne started talking about it, I immediately started trying to research and see like, okay, well, what the hell is going on? Like, where did this come from or whatever, right? So I'm picturing this probably had something to do with Maggie doing her series. You know how she's doing her series all about the tea. So it has something to do with that because again, you have to talk about the key players and people who were involved. Now, what I'm not understanding is that, okay, well, that's Maggie who's bringing this up. And here's the thing. You participated. You were involved in this. It wasn't like, oh, I was an innocent bystander. I didn't know anything. No, you were in the drama too. And from what I'm seeing, it's like, oh, Cups doxed me. She did this and that. Well, you did that to her too as well. Like you weren't innocent in all of this. And let me just say this, and I'm not going to go too much into detail. And, if Down the Rabbit Hole want to do a response, she definitely can. But what I'm going to say is that Down the Rabbit Hole, now, granted, she has grown her channel. She's changed. She's doing like true crime and stuff like that. But she was definitely a see you next Tuesday. That lady got off by making people's lives hell. And here's the thing. Yes, she might have changed and all that stuff, but did you ever apologize for putting people through hell? Did you ever make amends for that? So, accountability doesn't come within, a couple of months or whatever. It can take years. So again, it's like you never made that situation right. And it's not with Cups, it's with multiple different people. But you never made that situation right. And so because you didn't make it right, this is why it still lingers on. You have to make it right. But please don't lie and say, oh, I wasn't involved. I didn't do anything. Just because it happened a few years ago, don't mean that people aren't still hurt. People aren't still bothered. It's no excuse to be all like, oh, well, that was a long time ago. Get over it. No. The pain is still there. And you never made the situation right. And like I said, I can go now if stuff is mentioned and brought up, I will go into further detail. But for now, I'm just going to keep it surface level. Listen, Cups know what I'm talking about, and Rabbit know what I'm talking about. They can pretend to act dumb, play stupid, whatever. That's on them. But they know what I'm talking about. Like I don't have to, if we back down memory lane, if we want to do that, I will pull up every video about the situation and we'll do a 24-hour stream and I'll stream all my old shit because I don't take my shit down. Now, I might have put it on members or something like that, but I don't take my shit down. All my stuff is still up. So we can go back down memory lane if we want to. So please don't come out here and be like, oh, AT2 is crazy. He don't know what he's talking about. No, let's play movie night. Movie night. Bunny foo foo. Bunny foo foo. Oh, Peter Cottontail. Yeah, Peter Cottontail. Do not do it. Do not do it. And like I said, if Cups want to tell what happened between us, she definitely can. That's her story, and she's allowed to feel the way she did. But what I told you, just that little synopsis, that's what it was. Like it's nothing more, nothing less. That's what it was. So I don't imagine her saying like, "Oh, AT2 is lying about this." No. I told no lie. Now she can say, "Oh, you overreacted." That'll be fair. I'll be like, okay, yeah, because I didn't have to block you. And I've been thinking about unblocking her too. It's just that we need to have well, damn, how are you supposed to have a conversation with the person blocked? It'll work out when it's supposed to work out. That's what I'll say. Look what happens when you get in bed with the Dirty Bird lawsuit. Yeah, and again, because every time Cups bring up the situation or she talks about it, they put a strike on her channel. So I'm like, well, you're doing privacy strikes and stuff like that. So I don't even think Cups can. And all that stuff, I think that's all deleted or at least privated. So, I mean, for Cups, like, it's like, they're like, what did she do recently? Did I miss something? Oh, Pamela, you feel the same way too? Okay. This was also my thing too. I felt that when it came to the All About the Tea stuff, and remember I said I was going to do a documentary and all that, I thought that would be a great idea. I quickly backed out because it was all like, it just got really ugly and nasty. And people were arguing and fighting over, something that happened, a couple of years ago. And I'm all like, okay, I don't think you guys are supposed to be fighting over this. I think this was supposed to be like fun. Well, maybe not fun for everybody, but healing. And I was like, okay, well, if it's not healing or if it's not going to just be looked at as like, hey, this is what happened. And, and this is how everybody kind of moved on and moved to other bigger, better things. If I didn't see that happening, then I was kind of like, okay, well, there's no point in, trying to bring this up or talk about it, so that's kind of how I felt. Okay. I was just kind of thinking, I was like, oh, AT2, did you say too much? No, I didn't say too much. No. I felt a certain kind of way about it. We talked about it. I don't even think Maggie is doing it no more. I think she's focused on something else. I don't think she's doing the documentary, or maybe she stopped, or maybe she just put it on pause. I don't know, but I haven't seen her talk about the whole documentary thing or her doing all these seasons. Remember? What's up, City Girls? How you doing? But that was kind of like my quick synopsis on the lawsuit and everything like that. It's kind of like, okay, well, you can't say that the girl doxed you, but it was okay for you to dox her and do all the, it was that tit for tat thing. And people still do it, right? People still do it to this day, the tit for tat. But it was a little different back then because we were unprepared and we didn't know what was really going on and we didn't know how things get really dirty. Compared to now, I know how dirty things can get. You know, speaking of dirty, so 4 days ago, because my backup channel is on a different yeah, her doc died at season 3. Yeah, ain't nobody wanted to watch that. See, people were interested when I talked about it, but when it's her, it's not that Maggie can't do it. It's like there needs to be somebody who, I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say this shit plainly. Cup should have been the one to do it. Maggie had no business doing it. Cup should have been the one doing it because Cups was actually there. Anybody who was actually there, yeah, should be a part of it. Maggie, no, she was not there. She doesn't know what's going on. And even when you bring up like certain names of people, she'd be like, who is that? Who is that? Who is that? It's all like, listen, I ain't got time to explain who the fuck these people are. Just go along with the damn story. Yeah. You know, but definitely it should have been Cups. It could have been Princess. It could have been So Debonair. It could have been this person, that person, anybody from shit. It could have been Pamela. She was there during 2021. You know, like it could have been those people, but somebody who wasn't there, and then they're kind of like, it was like, okay, you played voice notes and old videos of people, but context wasn't there. And I think that context was missing to where a lot of it made a lot of people upset, you know, because it's all like, okay, you're saying this, but this is context and stuff is missing. People didn't like that. What's up, Kay? I can't stand her stupid rabbit ear. Now she got devil horns. Yeah. You know. But again, like I said, listen, I can't tell nobody not to do or what to do. If she wants to do her own series, season 3, season 4, season 5, that is fine. You know, whatever she want to do, she want to do. I'm just saying the other side of it, you know. Oh, I'm trying to say something without going into deep because I need to have a conversation with Cups before I say it because there's a few things that I want to say, but it involves her. And like I said, I'm not here to bash her, not here to put her on blast or anything. Like I don't want to put her on blast. There's nothing to put her on blast about, but you know, it's a conversation that we need to have. So I'm trying not to say too much because again, I don't want to disrespect her, especially now. Like I don't care. Listen, me and Cups can never talk again. But I know that this lawsuit against her is bullshit. You know, that's one thing I'm not confused about. I know right from wrong. So if AT2 got to do the prequel to the seasons, I'll do that. You know, but don't come out here and say, "Oh, AT2 is lying. He's being biased because of this and that." No. I trust me. I can speak to both sides, but we're going to be honest. You know, we're definitely going to be honest. We're not going to come out here and lie and do all that shit. Nope. We're not doing that. But hopefully, you know, Rabbit will just toss out that lawsuit and just move on, do her thing, and you know, be successful. She is. She's at like I think she got more subscribers than me, y'all. Like she doing her big one. She moved on to true crime and she's doing her thing. But like I said, a lot of what you did cost a lot of pain, and it's going to it was going to come back. And speaking of that, because you know, I'm talking about accountability and all this other shit, right? Let me take some accountability. If I hurt anyone, and especially I'll say if I hurt Rabbit or if I hurt Cups or if I hurt anyone, you know, it can be any one of you. AT2 wants to take accountability and say, I am sorry. Now, at the time, whatever my reaction was, you deserved it. But I'm totally changed and a different person. So anybody who I hurt during that 2021, 2022, 23, all the years, sorry, 2004, anybody I hurt then, I want to say that I am truly sorry. And I want to take accountability for any actions. If there's anything AT2 did wrong, please let me know and I will take accountability. JY, no, JY can suck a massive 20-inch dick. No. That one, no, no. We don't apologize to racists and white supremacists. No. We can move on and wish the person the best, but we don't apologize to white supremacists. No, that's a little too far. And he's still an asshole too, because when Maggie went on his panel, he was talking shit about me. So yeah, I don't feel bad at all. Anyway. Anyway, y'all, I'm pretty sure this show is gonna have a few responses, but I wanted to just go ahead and put this out here. Yo, y'all want to talk about EO and stuff like that? Because I want to say this: whoever put that privacy strike on my channel, your mama's a bitch. Because how dare you put a privacy strike on my channel? So it was either 5 people. It was Tremaine or Cleo, or it was Rose T, Ahmad, or EO. It's one of them 5 who put a privacy strike on my damn channel. And if I find out who it is, that's your ass. Love you. Damn, I just burped. Deuces, y'all. We out.